This video is the introduction to the soda and candy lab, or the Diet Coke and Mentos lab. As students came into class to be introduced to this, we did first show them this video on Diet Coke and Mentos. This is a YouTube video and probably the most popular one. Maybe you or you and your parents could go watch this video. But as you can see in the screen there, these guys are using some 2-liter bottles. They're putting Mentos in them, and you can see the reaction that's occurring with all this spraying soda. We then explained that there are 2 different labs that we are going to do here. Mr. A is running a candy lab in his room, and I am running the soda lab in my room. The candy lab is testing whether different types of candy react differently with Diet Coke. So Diet Coke is the control. It is not changing. We are using only Diet Coke, so it's the same for each type of candy. The types of candies are Mentos, Mint Mentos, fruit-flavored Mentos, fruit-flavored Lifesavers, and wintergreen Lifesavers. The soda lab is testing whether Mint Mentos reacts differently with different types of soda. So Mint Mentos is not changing. It is the Mint Mentos that is now the control for this lab. The different types of soda we're testing are Diet Coke, regular Coke, and Sprite. We then took the kids outside and ran a very quick demonstration with a 2-liter bottle of Diet Coke and several Mentos that we dumped inside so that we could view the reaction firsthand. We talked a little bit about starting to think about what with the candy and or the soda might be causing this reaction. After this was done, the students came inside and grabbed the lab handout. They put their name on it and then flipped to the last page. On the last page, you will see these bulleted questions here. Those are the top 3 questions. And then I think the next question is, how are we going to measure the height of the fountain in the lab? And then it asks how many trials are we going to do? And then I think it says anything else. You should probably go ahead and answer all these. On this page here, for those first 3 questions, we are asking, does anyone have any idea what causes the fountain? And things to consider to answer that would be what factors are important in this reaction, which important factors are from the candy, and then which important factors are from the soda. To get us started, we said down here in parentheses, the things that we might need to consider are the sugars or different types of sugars in the soda and or the candy, the flavoring of the soda and or candy, the caffeine or carbonation or size of the bottle for the soda, and we are not using 2 liters for this lab, we will use 24-ounce bottles, the coloring of the soda, and the temperature of the soda and or the surrounding air. It was at this point that most students were by the end of class today. So once you have this done, you should be caught up and ready to jump in with the lab with the rest of the students, or start your hypothesis, which should be if, then, because. And remember, you're only doing one of the problem statements. You first need to decide if you are a candy or a soda lab. Once the hypothesis is done, we also need to do procedures. You are writing all of the procedures. Okay, step-by-step instructions of how you would perform this lab. You would then watch the videos for this lab and record your data in the appropriate data table.